why should we blog and why it is important for us to share our blog or share our thoughts, because blogging helps us to articulate our thoughts. It helps you to become more creative and all. That's why we should start thinking about blogging. But how did the whole blog scenario exploded? Happened was way back, I guess this would be around 1995 or 96. Before that, blogs were there, but the problem was not many people were, I guess, not many people were trusting blogs. So the mainline journalists thought blog writers are just digital journalists. They don't understand journalism, which is where the major problem started happening. People didn't believe on blogs, and which is why whether you go for Newsweek or whether Washington Post or Philadelphia Post or say New York Times, every people thought mainline journalism is everything, blogging is nothing. And this is where Monica Lewinsky scandal broke out. Now, what happened with Monica Lewinsky was Bill Clinton was a president, and Monica Lewinsky and both had sex in the Oval Office. Now, nobody was ready to report this. Monica Lewinsky went from different publications, but nobody wanted to report it because Bill Clinton was a president. How can they report something against the president, fearing the president might just stop the publication? There was this guy called Mr. Drudge, and he used to run a report called Drudge Report. Now, what happened was when she approached this guy editor, she thought any which ways, though nobody's trusting me, so let me write, because he had all the evidence to prove this. Overnight, as soon as he posted this, this blog became famous. It also influenced a lot of online users to start their own blog and do citizen reporting. Now everybody, oh, they can blog, but they can actually report what is happening, the new trends which are happening, the online news, and more about traditional media. So the belief started becoming more, and there were trust factor that started increasing amongst the common people about this digital medium. So this is how the BBC and everybody shared the screen of Drudge Report, and everybody was carrying the Drudge Report had this particular scoop. So internet links, Drudge Report, Newsweek. Now what was happening is BBC also was promoting Drudge Report. This is where it went on a viral. This happened around in 1998, January 25. Now coming to blogs and websites, G, as everybody knows, is a free to use tool. Right now it is called, earlier it was Google Analytics. That's it. There are also paid tools. There's Kiss Metrics, there's Adobe Analytics, there's Mint, there's Core Metrics, ClickTel, and many more tools. It depends upon what your requirements are, whether you want to go for paid tools or free tools. Because free tools will only give you specific data. They won't pinpoint and tell you who is actually coming on your blog and what they are doing on the blog. When it comes to paid tools, they can exactly tell you who is this user, what they have served, which social media websites they visited, what they posted. They give you more data points about the customer. Now, when it is an e-com network or e-com platform, they need to understand more details about their customers. That's where you use a paid tool, or you might create a tool for yourself. For normal users like you and me who are using blogs, our work it suffices with the free tool. Our data is collected by Google Analytics. So there's a desktop, tablet, and a phone, and all the scripts of Google Analytics are placed on all the pages of your website. Now, whenever anybody visits from the browser on that particular web page, the urchin.js or GA or the analytics, it gets fired up, which is called UTM. This fired up log file goes to the database of Google Analytics. It creates that uses this to create a report, and then the report is what to understand user behavior through GA. You can go to user behavior and you'll see the entire tree about how people are flowing from one page to different page where drop-offs are happening. Wherever you see a red mark is where the drop-offs are happening in the user behavior on your website. Why you need to understand drop-offs? Now the problem is lot of people visit your website. And you are trying to sell something, but you are not able to sell it. Why you are not able to sell it? Because nobody is able to reach that page. They travel 2, 3 pages and then they drop off with the user journey. You will change the user journey. You will ensure that the landing page would be the product page from where people will go ahead and directly buy. Multi-channel funnel reports or GA. Now GA can give you exactly who are the direct people who are visiting your website. They are typing the name of the website and visiting it. What are the organic searches happening, and from there people are visiting it. Paid searches like the Google AdWords or something of that sort. From paid searches, how people are landing on your website. If you are doing an email marketing, or you have sent an email, and in an email there's a signature, somebody clicks on the signature URL and they will land on that particular website of your company. Then there's social network. Normally what happens is whenever you post something on social media channel, You will give a call to action URL. Somebody clicks on the, somebody sees the post, and to know more, they will click on the URL. They will land on that particular website. This is where it gets classified as social data. Display is anything to do with any display advertising campaigns that you're running. And from there, if people are landing on your page, it is called display. A referral is usually if some you have sent an email or you have sent a referral code and somebody clicks on that link and uses the referral code, that is when it is classified as a referral. You might ask me what is others. Now, others are this particular things is Google is not able to classify. Now, this is a free tool. That's why there would be a lot of things Google might not want to tell you. It will keep the data for itself. Somebody might come out from WhatsApp. It doesn't get classified into social network. It gets classified into others. So the SMS, from SMS also people can land on your page, but Google won't classify that. The reason is free tool mein you will get only this amount of. What over here is assisted conversions, assisted conversion value, last click or direct conversions, last click or direct conversion value, assisted or last click and or direction conversions. Now you can actually go on GA and map this particular data point. This is what I was talking about, complete GA4 setup. So all the other earlier websites were on Google Analytics. GA4 is a totally different setup which needs to be implemented on all the when you to start tracking those. This is how the new GA dashboard looks like. So number of users, conversions, value. I'll go into reports. I can have a timeline, for example, 90 days, and I'll say apply. In last 90 days, I got so many number of users. New users were this much. Average time spent is this much. This is the user flow. Now insights, users who triggered scroll spike. Users in Mumbai, India spike. So what is this? Let's check out. So what we learned over here is users in last 30 minutes is this. This again is a long form data point, 90 days. Top countries is India. Organic is around 9,000. Direct is 4,590. Referral is 1,000. Unassigned. Organic social 41. Organic video email 0. Then you have over here organic. These are the countries from where people are coming. So I can click over here. I can look at the different countries from where people are coming on my website. India is 10,000. United States is 1,000. United Kingdom 600. Pakistan is 213. Canada is 212. China, Australia, Egypt, Bangladesh. What are the differences between anesthesias and anesthesiologists? 600 views. Understanding the blue bloater and pink puffer in COPD. Doctor-based movies. These are the places I'm getting the traction. Landing pages are the pages where people directly land on the landing page. So you'll see over here, people are landing on this particular pages. I can share this report directly. I can gain insights of this report. What does this report mean? So this report we forecast the users in Mumbai, India would be between 76 to 424. Your actual users are 425 or greater than this range. So this was prediction based on past analysis, which GA is giving me. So this predictive analytics is a new thing which is happening. Now, monetization, purchase journey, session starts, abandoned cart is 11,000, abandon rate is 0. So everybody is abandoning cart. Mobile users is 7, 3, desktop is 3,000, tablet is 139. These are the queries people are using. Doc mode login, doc mode, doc Vidya, doc mode and technology, LVPI, doc with the certificate, BG, LMV, doc mode. These are the terms people are using to land on my website, top search terms. Then landing page was query string. So I can change over here device and country. Just login, about, dashboard, register, courses, register, certificates. These are the way people are flowing on my website. Audiences. Now, if I want to see the type of audiences that are coming on my website, all users and aid. So aid is a different property which we have. It's an AI tool with where we want to see how many people are landing. So over here, the time spent is 4 minutes, 27 seconds. And over here is 3 minutes. I click on aid. Now I'll see how many people are landing via aid. So mobile is 395, desktop is 361, tablet is 14. Web is 729 by platform. Now let's look by operating system. Windows 10 is this much, Windows 11, Android 13, Linux, iOS, Android. So users by platform is 100% is this. Android, Macintosh, these are the different operating systems. These are the different platforms from where people are coming. These are the browsers, Chrome, Safari, Samsung Internet Edge, Android Overview, Firefox, Safari. These are the resolution of screens. Now, why I need to know the resolution is because I need to change my screen to suit the maximum users. Maximum users is 360 into 800. So this will be mobile or tablet based people are coming. So the more you go, there's a free course available by Google Analytics. You can go and do that course. It gives you a detailed understanding about what are the insights and how you can use this particular set of insights. I can create a report and I can have that. These are the reports I can create directly in Google Analytics. Now we'll again come back to our presentation. So Google Analytics 360 plus Salesforce Cloud. You can connect both these data points, both these applications, and imagine Sales Cloud where your CRM is based, all the data from your website is flowing in Sales Cloud. You will have a better tracking system. So how do you do that? One is via tracking codes and its types. This is the tracking code. So Google Tag Manager. What happens is Google Tag Manager, I'll just show you a video simple about how Google Tag Manager works because it makes it very simple for you to understand. Yeah, the cookie gets fired and Google Analytics will track. But imagine your website has now 1,000 pages. It will increase to 1,500 pages. You will have to again keep on implementing GA Analytics. After that, you want to track how many people are coming from Facebook. So you will have Facebook pixel codes. You want to track how many people are coming from Twitter, or you want to track how many people are coming from, say, LinkedIn. Now, every time you cannot keep on implementing all these codes. So, Google Tag Manager is a system wherein you implement that script of Google Tag Manager across all your pages. Once you have implemented it, now what happens is if you want to insert the Facebook pixel code, you just go to Google Tag Manager, insert the pixel code, and it gets implemented on all the pages. Conversion is defined as an action that's counted when someone interacts with your ad. More than that, somebody clicks on your ad. According to Google, it is conversion. But for you, the conversion will only happen when somebody clicks the ad and fills the form and lands on your page. Now coming to UTM. Now what is UTM? You have a landing page. With that landing page, you convert it into QR code and you're sharing it as part of your print collateral. You're sharing it as a leaflet. You're sharing it as a hoarding, as a standee. You really don't know how many people are scanning from the standee and landing on your page. So which platform is working or which tool is working. Now what you can do is whenever you use that URL, you add a UTM for standee and create a QR code and share it for the standee. When you add a QR code for hoarding, then have a different placeholder. So link is same, only the UTM parameter changes. This is the website where you do UTM parameters. You use your website URL, you add a source, like whether it is newsletter or hoarding or what it is, you as a medium. So what is the medium? So from which is the source from where people are going to land on your website? So it is if it's a standing, then people are going to land. What is a medium? It's a physical medium. You can add a campaign, whether it's a promotion or sale. You can add, say, any call to action of buy now, or you can add paid searches. These are the core things for you to track the UTM. Rest of the things, if you add, it's better. But if you don't add, still you can go ahead with that. What is social analytics? I have an entire presentation on social analytics. What is social analytics? How you can go ahead with it. But right now, we'll just have an overview about social analytics and how analytics can be used. So first, let us define what is social media analytics. Social media analytics is everything on your social media channel. Whenever you're sharing something, and you need to track what is happening. Like for example, Facebook, what type of audiences you have, what is their age group, they are coming at what time on your platform, they are liking which post, they're commenting on which post. All these things you will see in social media analytics. The more you understand social media analytics, you will understand the behavior pattern of the followers that you have on social media. That is the reason you need to understand social media analytics. So how it works is social media analytics, they will record the data tracking via cookies. They will monitor a trend. You can have simple social media analytics like say Facebook, Twitter. These are segregated analytics. Or you can use a website like Hootsuite, Cloud, or use social media listing tool or social media. So this is the dashboard that you see on Hootsuite. This is the inbox. All my social media channels are at a single place. So all the incoming messages. So on Twitter, this is a reply I got. This is a Twitter incoming. This is the LinkedIn. I can respond over here, not comment, but still I can. send it. So therein will get this as a message. I don't want to talk with crypto. Then I have Instagram over here. So feel free. I can respond to all the social media channels from a single dashboard. I don't need to go on each and every platform to answer this. I can create a planner where I can have which post will go on which particular date. I can look at the streams for the post that is happening. So Twitter quick search. So my post talk about Facebook, Twitter, Facebook page, all these things I'll get over here. Inspiration is a place which they have designed. Purpose from the top post starts from scratch, get inspired, turn web post into then web content to post, get your holiday calendar. Now analytics. Once I go into analytics, this is the baseline of social. I can compare industry, but I don't want to compare the industry report on social media. So Instagram overview 5 years ago, I can create. So makes overview. This gives me a snapshot. My fans on Facebook are 2.3 thousand, followers 160, followers on Insta 34, followers on LinkedIn is 83. This is how they have grown over the period of time. Total post I've done and how the traffic on post, okay, engagement tweets, how the engagement. So this particular tweet has given me a lot of traffic. Instagram again, these are the LinkedIn posts that I got traffic for. Engagement, then engagement reactions and everything over here. Page content, post clicks, page content clicks, page clicks. These are the clicks that I'm getting. Referral traffic, Google, click by referral country, inbound message by sentiment. So what is the sentiment? Positive, negative. So positive most segment is. And these are the messages and reactions like comments or shares that I got for Facebook. 2021 review, if I want to say this is 2021 review. What are the post clicks and everything that I'm getting over here? I can do competitive analysis also over here. Choose accounts. I can select the account of the competitor. I can do competitive analysis. Best time to publish. So this gives me best times to publish. So it says that 12 o'clock either this is for Facebook. What time I should publish? If I click on Twitter, it will tell me what time I should publish. So Mondays 10 o'clock, 2 follows online. This is the time when people are online best days. Then LinkedIn pages. It says Friday, Sunday, Monday. Sunday also I'm getting traffic. Now, this is how social media analytics helps me. This is the baseline analytics for you to understand. The more in depth you go with social media analytics, the more understanding you'll have. So we saw right now how social media listing tools are helping us. There's Cloud, Twitternomy, Hootsuite, Ivory. These are small time tools, like they will cost you 1,000 or 1,500. If you bigger version of tools, they will have costlier versions and everything. So social media listening tools will help you to monitor a trend. It will help you to understand what are the hashtags people are talking about, when they talk about what time most often people will talk about those hashtags. It will give you a sentiment analysis between positive, negative, and neutral. It will also give you a correlation cause analysis. For example, I remember Domino's in Texas, there was a store where somebody was spitting on the cheese on the pizza and they recorded the video and uploaded to social media channel. Suddenly there was a spike in negativity around Domino's. Once Domino's saw a trend on spike, okay, negativity about Domino's, what they exactly did was using the tool, they were able to track why this negativity was happening and they were able to go across to that particular employee, sack them, close the store and issue an apology. If this is getting started from, say, Varanasi, then you'll come to know that these tweets are coming out from Varanasi IP addresses, not from anybody else. You would also know via these particular tools whether any social engineering has been done. So for the, we see a lot of times in politics, there are a lot of negative tweets which keep on happening between BJP and Congress. Not necessarily all the tweets are by normal people. There might be some people who are part of the social media team, and each person might be having, say, 20 different IDs which are been created to just populate negativity over there. Once you know this, you will know which IP address and which location from which continues to happening, how many followers they have, what type of followers they have, and whether they have been only talking that particular sort of content. You can exactly go on that particular handle and check those particular thing out via the social listening and analytics tool. This also has an inbuilt social CRM So you don't need to go on Twitter to answer or to revert on that particular tweet. You can use the social CRM and directly comment on Twitter or on Facebook or on LinkedIn or Pinterest or so this is how a simple dashboard looks like for Radiant Social Studio or Radiant 6. It will tell you based on your keywords. It will give you customer profiling. It will tell you what is the sentiment, what type of mentions and tweets they have been doing, what are the top words around their tweets, the top person, the number of mentions, and then if you want to respond, you can directly respond to that person via this social studio, and you can take this conversation offline and then talk to that person over the call. Because whatever happens, if people are talking negativity with you, you cannot solve the negativity while you are again speaking to them or debating with them. Whenever you want to control a crisis on social media, the crisis controlling will always happen offline. It won't ever happen on. So e-commerce is known as any electronic e-commerce, internet commerce, like B2B, B2C, C2B, C2C. Now there are different these terminologies been used and which makes people confused a lot. For you to understand, B2B is anything where only business to business are getting interacted. For example, somebody who manufactures device like somebody who's a manufacturer of fan motors, they will be on IndiaMart because they will be selling these fan motors to companies like Crompton, Atomberg, and everybody. They won't do one or two motor sell, it's a wholesale business. That's what B2B business is mostly about. When it comes to B2C, you're directly connected with the consumer. So your Amazon, your Flipkart, or your Netflix, all these are B2C. They are directly talking to consumers. When it comes to C, customer to business, it's usually about how consumers connect with businesses. For example, I am running my own portal as a publisher. I want businesses to advertise on my portal. That's when I use AdSense program. That's called C2B. There are not many C2B opportunities, but there are opportunities. Like your Fever platform is around again C2B. I am a freelancer of videos. I create videos. I am part of Fiverr or a freelancer. Some particular business like Big Bazaar or say eBay or Big Basket, their digital marketing team might connect with that guy Fiverr and give projects. So that is a business consumer to business. And when it comes to consumer, whether you are on Uber, where the driver is also consumer and you are also consumer. eBay, you are selling your products, you are bidding over there. Bid India, all these particular portals where you have opportunity to sell your products directly is when it is consumer to consumer directly. If you create a e-commerce portal, you need to have a integration where it connects with email campaigns. You need to have integration for SMSs. You need to have integration for WhatsApp communication. Your integration should be payment gateway integrations, content management, and user management. You need to have a model wherein you can post your content. You need to be able to manage the content. You can manage the users when users join into the platform, what they are looking at, what type of content they want to consume. The e-commerce platform needs to have automation in place. Why automation and what is automation? So automation is somebody who comes on your platform. They interact with some particular content. Then they go to buy the content. They drop off from the cart. Automatically, rule will be fired wherein automatically the person will get an email that, okay, we missed you. You might have forgot to purchase this particular product, or automatically a remarketing ad gets launched. And whenever the person goes on Facebook or any particular portal, they will see remarketing ads over there. All these things are part of automation. And the better the automation you have, you can track the systems, you can track the user behavior in a better format and start interacting with them. Because there might be say 1 lakh customers, 2 lakh customers. You as a team of say 10 people or 50 people won't be able to manage those kind of huge 1 or 2 lakh customers. But with automation, you have the facility that you can start engaging with them in real time. They might come up at say 8 o'clock in the morning. But when whatever they are doing, you need to send them some particular update. If they are buying particular technology related items, then do you send them an email about new sale in your technology products? All those things are part of automations, and you can set the rules when it comes to automation. Data and reports. Data and reports are very critical for any e-commerce platform. As a e-com platform, you need to understand what are the data points, like how many people you have on the platform, What type of people are buying products above 1000? What type of people are buying products which are fashion products? What type of products who are buying at wholesale? How many people are part of your platform who have GST and who buy company products for their offices? What type of products they buy for their offices? Whether they buy paper for offices, whether they buy staplers or say any stationery, all these reports have to be in place. Not just the data, the reports also need to be in place, because that's where you will know what inventory I need to manage in my warehouse. If this is the trend, for example, if you know that okay, there's a cyclone which is going to hit Kerala coast near Trivandrum, and if you know that this the cyclone is going to hit off, there would be no electricity for 3 4 days because of the cyclone. There would be a probability that people will buy a lot of products, off the shelf products, which they can keep at their homes. So in case of emergency, they need not go to the market. If you are aware about all these data points, you can keep an inventory of those products and you can start making awareness that this cyclone is going to happen. If you want, you can buy in bulk and keep it at your end. Whenever there are cyclones that hit specific locations in US, Amazon has seen ki whenever there's a weather report which says that okay, the cyclone is going to hit at this particular place, automatically the 10 food items sale will increase in that particular location prior to cyclone hitting over there. Flexibility and scalability. Your platform needs to be flexible to accommodate more particular products, not just products. The server needs to be well in place that it can manage a lot of people at bandwidth. If people join your platform and they are surfing your platform, the bandwidth should be accommodating. Flexibility also means about integration. Flexibility also means that okay, today you have this particular sale going on, so your homepage changes and there's a change in the layout of the page. Scalability is all about how easily you can scale. Can you create different subdomains? Like for fashion, you create a subdomain. You can create a subdomain for B2B businesses on Amazon, where business to business buyers can buy stationery, then can buy office goods from your portal. So these are the master features. These are some of the features, by the way. There are more and more features which you need to have as a part of it. Now let's understand how do you craft a user journey. So there are websites like fullcontact.com. I'll just show you what are these particular websites. So Full Contact is an interesting website. What it does is once I connect this thing with my ecom, whenever somebody registers on say Amazon or whenever somebody registers on say Flipkart, it will fetch based on that email ID, it will fetch where this email ID exists, where this number exists. And wherever you have given out your number and email ID, it will go on your secondary data, not primary data, because primary data nobody can see it. Secondary data is the public data which you have allowed people to see it. Like for example, your Instagram, if it is open profile, it will scan your Instagram profile, it will scan your Facebook profile, it will scan different social media. If you are a blog, right, it will scan those blogs and it will understand who you are, what type of work you do, what type of content you share. It will create an audience persona. And based on that persona, you can start engaging directly with that particular person. It sounds scary, but that's what it is happening. So the social media companies are aware about everything that we talk about. Even right now, we are talking and I'm giving you lecture. Even this is getting tracked.
Hello. So, does that mean there is privacy in any aspect? Right now, since we are doing this on a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet, but as you said, it is still getting tracked by social media.
Mm.
Does that mean anything that we do on a phone, even if it's connected or not connected to internet, is everything getting tracked?
Privacy is a myth. You are on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, you are using free of cost or you're paying for WhatsApp? Of course, free of cost. What you pay for that particular thing is your data. So whatever you talk on WhatsApp, Meta is using it for advertisers. So what advertisements you will see on Insta or Facebook or their partner websites is based on user behavior of viewers on WhatsApp, Insta, and Facebook. Just do one experiment. You just start talking that I want to buy a new laptop. If you're conversing a lot about that with your friends, you will suddenly start saying HP laptops. Suddenly you might get call from HP also. This has happened with me a lot of times.
Suddenly we were in a middle of a conversation that I guess now your phone has started detecting your mind or what, because whatever you're thinking, you just randomly see those advertisements on anything, like even if it's social media, or even if you're opening a true caller, you get a small kind of advertisement
Yeah,
exact thinking. And it's, oh man, I was thinking about that and now I'm getting
wow.
notifications about that.
So these tools like Full Contact or data.com, there's another website I'll show you. That website is scarier than this website. So the biggest person more than Meta is, if Meta knows about you at a large scale, then there's a company called Salesforce. Have you heard about Salesforce?
Yes, I am. It's a CRM, right?
It's bigger than CRM. It's way bigger than what you think CRM is all about. So Salesforce, it was started out as a CRM, and then they bought over a company called Radian 6. What Radian 6 does is it will scan everything. It will listen to you on social media channels and it will start classifying you. It will classify you for your type of interest, type of habits, type of everything. They will start classifying you. That is what Radian 6 was doing. Then they bought over email marketing cloud and connected to that. And then they bought a company called Data Cloud. So Data Cloud is a company which again is like Full Contact, but it will scan not just internal data, it will scan external data and everything. So what it does is, imagine if you go to DMart, for example, for to do some shopping, you use a credit card or a debit card, and your name ka entry has been done. Every month, the days on which you go to DMart is somewhere close to particular days, and they know that these dates you are coming. This particular data is getting fed to the CRM. If you were to use that, then what happens is they classify you that, okay, these are the items you buy. This is the amount of buying you do. This is time which you come, and you look out for specific offers around particular products. So products without offer you'll buy, but products will buy only when there's an offer. So that classification I have. Once I have this particular classification, I will scan the web about your behavior habits, about your talking habits, about what you share habits, about reviews habits, about Google review habits, everything. I will track about everything. And based on this, I'll create about who you are as a person. And if I want to tell you something, imagine then you walk one day to DMart and you're shopping over there, and after shopping, you're paying over there. They might come up and tell you that, hello, Rajeshwari, you used to buy this Laughing Cow cheese. Today you haven't bought, but do you know that today there's an offer one on one free? You didn't buy Laughing Cow because you went over there and there was no discount over there, or you didn't see any discount of one on one free. Right? But this moment you got this one on one offer, you will say the possibility of you telling yes is 99%. They sold it, which you are not going to buy today because of all this understanding that they have. This is what data and machine learning will come to.
So how does this platform benefit from it? I understand they get the data.
Uh,
How exactly does it help them?
No, they are selling this data, no? So KFC, I was working on KFC account. I'm a Salesforce Pardot certified person. So Salesforce Marketing Cloud was implemented on Kentucky Fried Chicken. So literally, we got all the data points of the customer from KFC, and then we went about classifying the customers. So there were around 5 to 6 type of customers. One type of a customer is that customer will come once in a month, but will 5,000 rupees. Then there is a customer who will buy every day, but only 100 rupees. Then there is a customer who will buy only during cricket match. So all these different types of customers, we segmented customers. Then we use data.com to understand what type of customers these are and what they do, what they like, what they don't like, what are the public profile, what is the data, Instagram public profile, what is the data. That data was overlaid on this particular data. So now I have a customer set. I know that customer ka habits are what type of habits they have, going out habits, what type of ordering habits they have. Now use this data and then identify what is the new trend which is coming. So we came to know कि upcoming match and ये IPL आ रहा था. So now use IPL. We started targeting people for IPL specifically. The people who loved cricket, the people who love to hang out during cricket time, and who are okay to order at home. These were the three sets of people we identified. Whenever there was a four, we sent SMSs and WhatsApp message along with email to this set of people that four Mara items. So these are the items you'll get free if you order this. Conversion ratio was 100% for those things. Then we did one more experiment wherein what we did was, if you buy 2000 rupees for your next IPL match during when you're watching IPL, pre-book 2000 rupees, you will get 1000 rupees worth free of cost, something of that sort. We increased the buying behavior at that point in time because we had the data. We knew these people are watching the cricket match. Not just that, if they are watching on channels which are video on demand. So if they are watching on any of the applications like IPTV, Internet Protocol TV, or say Apple TV, they're watching on your Geo Cinema online. We can target that ad via Geo Cinema to you. So only you will see those ads. Nobody else will see those ads. My ads will be now personalized to only people who I want to target. Everybody won't see those ads. You might see laptop ads, somebody will see at that point in time KFC ads, somebody will see something else ads. That is the level of your advertising is going to right now. There's an interesting study which was not just study, it was a case study actually by Target Store. So one fine day Target Store ka banda comes to a house and rings the bell, and head of the family comes out, and this guy gives a bucket full of pre-pregnancy preparation, all the items and everything. Why are you giving me this? Well, like, we know your daughter is pregnant. Like, how do you know my daughter is pregnant? My daughter is not even 19 years old and she's going to college. How the hell you know? He files a case against Target Store. And then when the case is going on, that's when the Target IT head comes and he tells ki, okay, the thing is we have data analytics and everything. And based on our data, the buying behavior pattern of a woman during that period of time was exactly what his daughter did during the last week when she came to Target Store. She bought 99% of those particular products, knowingly or unknowingly. So the judge asked the dad and the girl, asked the girl, are you pregnant? Well, I don't think I'm pregnant. Let's do pregnancy test. When she did a pregnancy test, she was pregnant. That is the level of data which people are right now consuming. So privacy is a myth. If you want privacy, then just shut down all your social media channels, shut down your internet, shut down everything. As simple as that. Otherwise, this data is going to be near you. So you create, say, user journey. You have the person's name, interest, what is the area of interest, where they work, age group, devices, what the kind of devices they use, what type of phones they use, what are the investment goals, what type of goals they talk about, how do they make their decisions. And once you have this, then you create. So how this person becomes aware? You know that okay, there are people who will watch YouTube videos to become aware. There are people who will talk to their friends to become aware. There are different awareness patterns. You might read newspaper to become aware, or you might read books. There are some people who will watch reels to become aware. The awareness quotient of each person is different. Once we identify that, then our editorial calendar and content gets created in that format to target that set of customers. And then they will see native ads. If they are playing a game, they will see an ad over there. If they go on YouTube, they will see an ad over there. Once these ads are getting seen by that particular customer, because we'll know the impression rate and everything, we will create an offer, which is a unique offer that for that particular person. Now, this is where the first action happens. This person is now a visitor stage. Now we need to convert this person to our first customer. How do we convert? Is give an irresistible offer. That offer the person cannot resist. For example, if the person is looking to buy a high-end laptop for work, gaming, or something of that sort, now that irresistible offer needs to crack it. If they see that this is an enough discount, spamming at the second level. I'm getting a call that online work है and आपको review. So, for example, that person has seen a Dell laptop costing around 1.25. The person wants to buy for gaming. I change now the content and tell that person that okay, 1.25 lakh ka laptop you'll get it at 1 lakh, plus you'll get this additional discounts and plus 2 years ka warranty and all those things. That's an irresistible offer for that particular person because he or she knows ki I won't ever get this. And once I convert that particular person, I'll get more data points of the person because I know that person has bought this laptop. The person has a capability to spend 1 lakh on this particular product. It's a high end person. Now, once I know that person has bought this for gaming, my ads will start targeting that person with gaming options, like what type of games that person can buy. I will give ads and start awareness on different games, and it will give YouTube ads, promote streams of videos of gamings, which will make that person aware that, okay, I want to try this games, I want to try this game. Because once the laptop is in for gaming, the second thing is I need to get that person to spend money to buy games, and I'll get that person into spending more and more money. That's why if you are doing financial planning, you have to be very strict about what you cannot be emotional, because in a world where the advertising is intuitive, they will make you buy some particular product. It's at that particular level. So promotion and merchandising. Eco budget, there's I don't know whether you people have seen Bombay Shirt Company, but let me just see. Login karke. I'll show you this. So Bombay Shirt Company has this interesting thing where I can select, say, brown. It will show me all brown shirts. Now, if I want to say green, it will show me green color shirts. I can select the patterns. For example, I can have a pattern selection checks. It changes the way I do searches. Nowhere you'll see, yani Amazon doesn't provide this, nobody else provides this. This is just a unique thing which Bombay Shirt Company has. And they have created a unique user experience which no other person any I haven't seen anywhere this particular user experience. So views Oxford, I can select gray, I can say this particular shirt. The photo are very high resolution. I can exactly get the feel of that particular shirt over here. Now, if you are able to create this kind of intuitive UI for your customers, that's when people will. So that's why I gave this example. So it has a 3D shirt over there, and you can select the patterns. The shirt will keep on changing. This is all about UI UX and how you can influence a customer to buy. How do you create a brand strategy? If you are creating a brand strategy, the key thing is understanding your customer. How do you understand your customer? First is understanding the requirement for a brand strategy. You need to clearly understand what is a brand goal, what is the company's goal, what is the requirement, what they want to do. Then you start working on your research and analysis. Start researching about competition, what competition is doing, where all the competition is present. The more strategy is all about research. Yani 90% strategy is all about research. Rest all is complementary. So 10% is what you are going to do. But 90% of the time, it's all about the strategy and how the strategy can go ahead. So once you start doing research about your competition, you will understand. So for example, I'll show you a presentation where we create a strategy plan. You understand the requirement, then research analysis, finalizing KPI, strategizing, implementation, reporting, ROI analysis, fine tuning strategy, re implementation, and results. So I'll just show you a deck that is a strategy plan. Right now, most agencies require people who understand how to create the strategy plans. So here is a food and beverage plan created for Bestler Delicious Home Butter. This is how you do research, social conversations, publisher research, search research trends about the dairy market, about table butter market, social research, our competition research, search research, trends research, what all people are talking about. Then what all the mentions are the social mentions about butter, what people are talking about butter conversations, then blogs about butter, where all are mentioned. These are competition, Lupak butter, what Lupak butter is talking about the social media, what following they have, how they are posting on Instagram. You need to understand all these aspects. So over here we'll understand the okay, what are the notable campaigns they talk about, table butter, but they also talk about butter as a part where you use butter for creating recipes. You have Amul butter, then where all it is present. Kerrygold butter, when I did research, I got lot of butter recipes, and butter chicken was the top recipe. Then dairy products, how it is growing, research findings, understanding the brand, the assets that we have, customer benefits, fresh butter, customer delight, value for money. What is the key objective? Build awareness around the brand in ever increasing food consumption space and drive the USP homemade butter to be the main focus. Then homemade food, where once we tried to search, homemade food had more traffic. People were searching for homemade food than processed foods. Now, when we started searching for why homemade, there are companies who give you recipes to cook directly at home, Hottest Chef is a company that allows customers to handpick a dish of their choice and deliver the corresponding ingredients in a box. Is a new favorite. People are want to cook and try this particular thing out. Understanding consumers. Who are your consumers? What are they? Where are they present? Let's look at some case studies. We saw beer shampoo ka case studies because it created a category within a category with their unique proposition. Earlier, there was a category for shampoo. Earlier, there was no category for shampoo. Then came Shikakai, which told that Shikakai soap is for hair, better hair wash and better maintaining of hair. Then came your shampoo category. Yeah, I think it was launched by Clinic Plus or Clinic All Clear or something of that sort. Then came Head and Shoulders and different shampoos. But shampoo category mein there was nowhere called men's shampoo. Then came men's shampoo. Then came dandruff shampoo. Now men's shampoo was also overloaded, lot of competition. So Park Avenue launched beer shampoo, a category within a category. So because butter already category is there in India, if we want to launch a new brand of butter, we need to create a new category so people will recognize us. So what they do in media, how do they create their own category? Then Nutrilite butter se better, then created healthier butter. So how Nutrilite butter launched the brand and dominated and created its own market. What are they doing on social media channels, events they are doing? So our success mantra will be additive planning and customer engagement. So way forward, discover, express, engage, trials, share, always on engagement, advocacy. This is how we'll move discover phase. We get a brand ambassador like Chef Vikas Khanna to create recipes using butter. Online PR with Food Portal Association, online PR with content discovery platforms like Taboola, online PR with bloggers, Nature's Basket collaboration, online video series with Dice Media, where like they use our Epigama as main play associate sponsor. So whenever they were talking about anything, Epigama was there on right list. Visit to farms. So get people to visit farms and see how the butter is made naturally in a natural process. Social media channels, Express. So people like to experiment with food and create their own version. We let people create their own version and share. Like to increase shelf life of cheese, you apply butter on cheese and you can keep in your refrigerator. It will stay for longer period, softer. Then we have a vision of own it, declare it, share it, prove it, sell it. Actionable KPIs, let's discuss. These are the strategy plans which you create. The slide, what's a single slide? Just a second. What I spoke to you just now in a single slide is what I told you in those particular 50, 80 slide presentation. Your understanding of requirement, research, finalizing KPI, strategizing, implement, how do you implement, how do you report, what is your ROI analysis, how do you fine tune strategy, re-implementation and results. That's how your whole strategy goes. And right now, this kind of strategists who create this kind of strategies, 50 to 60,000 per presentation. That's the level because that is what people are expecting. A strategy plan makes or breaks the brand. Point. New media and customer service. So customer service, once upon a time, customer service was all about drop a email to customer.support at the rate of so and so email ID. But now the game of customer service has totally evolved. It has gone to a different level. It is no longer that you drop a mail, okay, or you call on that number. It is about you as a team being present on Facebook, present on Quora, present on Twitter, and people might be talking at any point in time about your product. They might be ranting negatively about your product. This is quite common. If you don't the product, if you order on Amazon, and imagine you don't get, they deliver you something else, you will rant about it on social media. That's how they will connect with you. So no longer it is about you calling the company. It's other way around. It is the company that has to call you. They have to engage with you. If they engage with you, that's where everything happens. So the game has changed in customer support. Nowadays, there are a lot of social media people are been hired in customer support because this customer support teams know and understand the product. What they don't understand is how do you interact with this particular set of people who are ranting about the negativity online or on social media channels or creating crisis over there. That's where you need specific skill set of social media who can interact with those particular set of and will nullify the particular crisis. Almost the OBA in data. 68% of those who have used social media believe that it has allowed them to find their voice. 65% think social media is better than call centers, 9 times more than those who felt worse of using social media. Believe social media improves customer support. 40% people believe. So customer support now is all about digital marketing. These are some of the social media tools, starting with something around 1000, 2000 per month, going to about 3, 4 CR per year. And the better the tool you have, the more exact understanding you get about your customers. As I told some time back to Rajeshri, the companies can track you to exactly what you're talking right now and sharing it on social media channels, and where you're sitting, from where you're tweeting, from where you're sharing the post, what you are watching, how long you have been watching, what apps you went to, what orders you are doing, everything is getting tracked. The only problem right now they are facing is with this multitude and huge amount of data, the making sense of this data is becoming a bit of difficulty for them. But with artificial intelligence, they will make sense of this data in no time. And once they start making sense of this data, then the ball is in there. This is how the dashboard is of a social listening tool. This is specifically of Radian 6. You search for bread and coffee, and then you get the number of mentions, the number of messages, the number of blogs, the number of Facebook mentions. You will get a sentiment meter which says that slightly positive, negative, neutral, what it is. The number of mentions by breakdown in different languages, male to female ratio, number of mentions like Facebook, and number of countries, and year to geo distribution. If you want India specific, you will get all states distribution. If you want city based distribution, state district based distribution, you will get that distribution also. You also get a distribution based on age groups of that certain set of people.
It's more of a surprise. Also, it is about what I can say right now is how do you strategize as an working individual? Because when I work in an ad agency, but I've not been a part of this team that strategizes with the brand.
So, what you work as in the agency?
Currently, I'm working as an account manager for a specific brand. So it's more of a client servicing role.
So, I was also doing client servicing. I was part of J. Walter Thompson Social Wavelength. I don't know whether you've heard that name. It's Miram right now, and Miram is part of Wonderman and Thompson group of agencies.
I
When I joined, it
uh,
was Social Wavelength, and it got taken over by J. Walter Thompson group that point in. So we only still call it as Social Wavelength. So I was doing client servicing only. I was not doing what you told me rightly. But what I did was, when I had to work on my clients, strategy was required. It's not my clients, the strategy was not required. So when I had to work on strategy for my clients, I will tell the strategy person that, okay, you don't work on the strategy. Most people are lazy. They don't want to work. So if they know that you are going to work and you are not going to tell that you have worked, you will tell that. Now what happens is that person is happy to teach you because they can chill out, and you will keep on doing work all night to make that strategy. But in that thing, you will learn this thing. Strategy is all about research. You go to all lengths to understand that research. If you are not able to research, then you cannot create strategy. The biggest problem with most people right now who are working as a strategist in any ad agency is they think a strategy is all about creating a strategy. But after working so many years and creating so many strategies, I realized strategy में मेरा 40 slides जो सिर्फ research, only 10 slides were there where I said to the client ki what you need to do. Unless you are able to do research, you won't get the strategy. I'll take you through one more strategy. That's why I'm showing you the level on which the strategies. So these are the tools which are, now you'll wonder कि ये tool कौन सा है. Similar web से all these data points have been captured. Similar web का paid tool से capture. Then relative video story promotion across media. Then video got positive reviews across channel. Then we showcase some case studies. G social media, how it is working. Then we showed G blogs, how it is working. There were actually videos instead. If you see over there.
My mom, she makes underwater fans that are powered by the moon. My mom makes implementers that can talk. My mom makes hospitals you can hold in your hand. My mom can print amazing things right on her computer. My mom makes trains that are friends with trees. Mom is a GE.
Wines. So all these things, if you see, it is part of research. You need to just keep on doing research and plotting your research. This is just research. And then all this research, once you study, you will come to that sweet spot about what you need to do. And here is where the brand propositioning will happen. What So this guy literally wrote this brand anthem we gave to Ashok Leland. This guy who was making a strategy, his name is Sitanchu. Right now, he is the digital media head for Pernod Record, the parent company for Seagrams. He recorded it in his own voice and then we played it over there. So all these things, we don't use a creative person to make it. You get this PNG image of the mobile, you place the logos, you get this snapshot of this particular, you take a screenshot of your Facebook page and put it over there and then put text over there. Broad strategies रहता है. The whole idea is to give the aha factor to the chief marketing officer and the CEO. So if you want to learn about strategy, the only way you learn is get people to become lazy and work. Only then, once they become lazy, then they will give you work. And once they start giving you work, you will learn how to make strategy. And once you learn strategy, main thing will be done. But when you go to join any other agency or company tomorrow, and if you can show them that you can create such kind of strategy plans, they will prefer you over any other candidate for account management or client service. Because there are not many people who are into client servicing and who can actually create this kind of strategy plans. ये दोनों चीज आ जाते हैं ना उनके लिए. They don't need to have two people working for that particular project. This is how the customer support is getting managed. I went to this guy the other day and we got attacked by a swarm of bees, and I guess that's what we are getting for a meeting on Bumble. So Bumble support JetBlue Airways. So everything customer support is getting shifted over here. CSR impact social media sentiment of the brand. Now, Byju's had a lot of negativity because the way the salespeople were converting people to buy their particular products and telling people to buy loan for their kids to study at Byju's. ये नेगेटिविटी काफी हो गया बायजूस के साथ. Byju's have started a new campaign, and that campaign is a CSR initiative wherein they are providing scholarships. It is not under the label of Byju's, it is totally different label. That initiative is under totally different label. Once the initiative gets established, then they will come out and talk about it. Ki, okay, this is our initiative and this is how we are helping the society. Because they need to change the perception. If they want to get more investors on board, then they need to change the perception which that people have about Byju's. Right now, people hate, a lot of people hate Byju's, not just people, the investors also, investor community is also hating Byju's. And Byju's is in a big soup right now.
So I just wanted to know, is there any tool or any such guidance as in where you can learn by yourself the strategy? Because there should be some basics, because I have one strategist and I don't think so that person will be readily helping me out over here. So is there anything else that I can try out to know and to build how it is done?
I thought there are some tools, but there is nothing like the रहता है ना in a agency, right? Planners रहते हैं भैया. Okay, planners के लिए there's no course. As far as I remember, but otherwise I don't recollect anybody has this kind of specifically for planner community. Most of the people, whoever I have met till now, have learned this strategy as a part of client servicing. The simple way is when client gives you a brief, you start working on the strategy. That's the first thing I did. Some what happens is you need to, if you want to learn, if I approach, then people are ready to help me, because what happens is any strategy person might not help me literally. But if I approach the head or the CEO or the client service head or something of that sort, because I had access directly to Harish and Sanjay, they know me personally also. Because I had access to them, I went one day. So I was doing client servicing and I told Harish one day, I'm doing client servicing, but I will also love to do business development. So if you feel that there are any leads which are coming to you and you want me to take care of those leads, you guide me, I will work for those particular things. I won't involve anybody else. Because he believed that, okay, you as a person need to know each and everything. You should not be dependable on different people. Because if you depend on different people, and if they don't deliver, then you get stuck up. So if you are ready to learn, I will teach you. That's how he used to be. Leads are, he used to pass it on to me. Because the business development team used to specifically work on those particular clients, which are high profile clients. They used to pass on those leads to me. I should talk to the client. And जाके मैं pitch करके, even if the pitch never worked, still because that lead was never going to use that particular. So I learned because of this particular aspect, that this, if they feel any client is coming and lead, they need a lead which can give them a retainer of 5 to 6.
I have no idea because it's been only 2 days I joined this team. So earlier it was a poker industry. So I worked there as a client servicing and business development executive. It was poker industry, Gutshot magazine.
So you were working earlier over there.
We had a couple of brands that were tie up with for advertising and affiliation. So ये रहता ही था to pitch them to find new brands for advertising and affiliation. So if not advertising, at least for affiliation. But it's only account manager for the one specific brand, Sony Marathi. So I'm just trying to, because this is very new thing of working for an agency. Working with a brand is different and working for an agency is very different. So I'm just trying to understand how the strategy and all everything.
So
is
earlier you were
how-
working directly for a brand. Now you are working in an agency.
Gutshot, it was a magazine. And so magazines usually have those brands that come for advertising and affiliation for visuals for their visibility on the internet. So this was about poker, fantasy, and Rummy brand. And now with the agency, so agency has a couple of brands also. The role has just shifted, and I'm just trying to understand how it is. I just want to be a part of the team jahan pe they build the strategy, they plan a week, a month for that one particular brand, wherein the brand gives us information that how much
There are two types
visibility
of-
they want.
I understand that there are two types of agencies. According to me, because in my career, the agencies where I worked, based on this, I've created this concept. There are different type of agencies because I worked in also. You have heard about media?
Yes, I've heard about them.
So I worked with media also. You cannot interfere over there, he cannot interfere over you. Now the problem is you cannot interfere, but the thing is the planner hardly understands what you are doing with your brand. And once you start interfering, there's a problem in politics which starts happening. While when it came to Miram, it was like, if you are ready to take responsibility, I am giving you responsibility. At the max, क्या है, मैंने responsibility लिया, एक बार client चला गया, मेरे को promotion नहीं मिला because of that. Appraisal हुआ, but I didn't get a promotion that year. Because of this, I learned also. So you need to experiment those things in your life. And you need to find out which are the agencies which give you that thing. Try to learn on your own the way I've given you. If tomorrow a client gives you a brief, Sony TV पे, Sony TV का Sony Marathi के लिए, okay, this show is getting launched, and you tell me how do you plan campaign. But think about it, don't just be digital campaign. If you see my yesterday's presentation, it's about integrated campaign. Think about how you can create an integrated campaign, because that is where you will create differentiator. Think about how you can become close to the client, because if you become close to the client, the best part is client will accept what you are sharing instead of what the planner is sharing. Client can change everything for the particular agency. If the client says, I what Rajesh suggested is what I like, they cannot promote you. Yani they have to go by what the client is asking. The only way you can go up is getting client for trust factor. Once they start trusting you, the whole game changes. And then whenever somebody is planning, they have to talk to you. They cannot keep you in silos. If in your agency you are kept in silos, then either get the client on your side or either look out for some new agency. That is my only suggestion, because ये करके you won't learn. Account servicing करके you won't learn anything. के लिए था लुपक इंडिया में नहीं था, तभी वो था, and लुपक came with that particular project, and the company which approach, I went to that company, it's in Hiranandani Powai. They have their social media team का office. I forgot the name of the company, and I went over there for interview, and they gave me this particular brief. कि डिजिटल मार्केटिंग कैंपेन वेबसाइट लेवल का जो स्ट्रेटेजी रहता है, हाउ डू दैट स्ट्रेटेजी इज क्रिएटेड वेबसाइट लेवल का. So this was a pitch for the website, which we did. So Decoboard is a brand of veneers. Veneers is like a sunmica or a laminate, but it is like 2 to 3 mm thick. So whenever you apply it, you will feel as if fly नहीं लगेगा. You will feel that wood से बनाया है. So understanding the product, then understanding the target audience, user journey, customer insight, कैसा है. Now all these things, we actually went to 5 architects, we went to 5 interior designers, we went to 5 carpenters and met them. We got a lot of insights from them. But end of the day, we need to get the right thing. So it's important that you talk to the people who watch your channel, because that is your TG, and talk to 5 different set of TGs. Understanding user journey, how will users filter route. So these are the, अब तक हम लोगों ने वेबसाइट नहीं बनाया, this is just a website pitch. अगर 2 लाख का है, how do we pitch it for a 16 lakh proposal is what this is about. So how do you create that inspiration? How do you do everything? So each step, when the client sees it, they will feel seeking inspiration. When somebody is seeking for an inspiration, then how they will see reach, call to action, land, engage, campaign ideas. Now campaign ideas to promote the new website. So we did not just present the website plan to the client. We presented a plan that, okay, you created a new asset. Now let's create new leads using this new asset. Website development process, technology stack. It's a simple thing. It's a simple website. देखो ऐसा भलता cost रहता है. So try to see yourself get some opportunity in this strategy planning and everything. If you're not getting over here, think about where you can get. That's my only suggestion. That is where your growth will be. Doing what you're doing won't give you that particular setup. I'll just
Okay,
finish
I'll
this presentation.
definitely check that.
Now, the final part is how CSR impacts social media sentiment. So, as I was talking to you about Byju's is doing the CSR initiative, you'll find a lot of brands who might be exploiting nature. Okay, there's a secret brand, say like all these brands, they will do activities where they will say that, okay, we are funding the cancer research, we are funding this, we are funding that. Because CSR always gives you positivity. Like, oh, we have Vedanta Aluminium doing this particular initiatives. Now, Vedanta also is that same company, Vedanta ka Copper, which was closed down in Tamil Nadu. I don't know how many people are aware about this, but Tuticorin is the area where India's second largest copper plant was there. And there was some particular problem wherein there was some strike, and then 3 or 4 people came from somewhere using and carrying AK-47 and shot 7 8 people dead over there. And here what the plant closed down, and last 5 years the plant has been closed. I'm aware about this because Sterlite Copper was my client, but then they are going to sell the company because the plant they cannot restart. But they were doing a lot of CSR over there because Tuticorin doesn't have a fresh water. So like you get fresh water at your home, but in Tuticorin, if you dig a well, you'll get salt water only. You don't get fresh water over. So what Sterlite Copper did was they tied up with the municipality over there and have and created couple of desalination plants. Now one desalination plant is getting created at I think Mar for 200 million liters of water. So in case tomorrow Bombay has any problem to get fresh water from the lakes or from the rivers, Koina River and everything, this thing will at least give some support to that requirement. Because desalination plant is using seawater and they remove the salt and create a fresh water. Crisis management on social media. Now, crisis management on social media is totally different ballgame. Before you think what is happening, everything starts happening. So I remember we were managing Godrej for listening at and one fine day, we saw a couple of negative tweets about Adi Godrej and his speech. So we called up the client and asked him ki, what happened. So the client told कि Adi Godrej went for some particular conference in CIA, Churchgate, and he spoke negatively about BJP government. And that's why this negativity has started happening. But he told us कि just keep a track about why it is happening and from where this thing has started coming out. As we started tracking, within 2 hours, number of tweets hit off to 20,000. Facebook post increased subsequently, and we needed to take some action, but we didn't know what to take as an action plan because if we take some action and that action bounces back, it might create a next league of crisis. So we once we started tracking the tweets and IP addresses, we realized the tweets were predominantly from Varanasi and from Rajasthan, some location. When we went on Twitter profiles, a lot of 90% Twitter profiles were like having 2 or 3 followers, but they were tweeting and putting that particular hashtag. So one thing was for sure, this is social engineering, not somebody tweeting. There is somebody behind and who is fueling this particular set of tweets. So the only thing is, if there is a single person or a set of say 20 people who are fueling 20,000 tweets from say 5,000 handles, they are going to get tired if we don't respond. So if we respond, then more people will get participated. But if we don't respond, we waited for 5 6 hours. उन लोग थक गया and they stopped doing this activity. We were able to understand this because we were using Radian 6 at that point in time to track what is happening and to track from where tweets are happening back to back. If we were not using that tool, we would have gone like any other person and hit off to a new crisis, which we wouldn't have realized at all. So some questions we need to answer is what should you look for to identify potential urgent situation? Watch for spikes in conversation. Is someone tweeting? What accounts with large follow count jumping in or retweeting with quotes? Are people using negative inflammatory? What links or articles are people sharing? Are these spam accounts with less than 20 or 30 followers? These are the questions you need to answer to understand whether you should respond or you shouldn't respond to this particular set of tweets. So viral marketing. What is viral marketing? Viral marketing is anything which you might initially push for some extent, but then it goes and hits out viral. We might not do it tomorrow. We will do it on, say, Saturday. Are you good enough doing this session in the afternoon?
I think this is only two of us are here. I'm not sure if we can speak on behalf of everyone, but
As it is, only 2 or 3 people are joining. That's why I'm recording this session. So, in case if somebody needs it, Julie will upload it to some drive and share it with people. Saturday, what happens is Saturday, why I'm doing it in the afternoon is Saturday evenings, I have my LinkedIn live sessions, which starts at 7:30 to 8:30 and 9:30. So that's why. And I've been doing this for consistently last 2-3 months. Join if you want, but those are free of cost. These are LinkedIn live sessions talking about how do you establish yourself on LinkedIn, how do you build your profile, how do you connect on LinkedIn, how do you engage on LinkedIn, how do you create your own brands as a freelancer or for a side hustle, how to get those contacts, all those things I keep on talking on LinkedIn. That's the other thing with what I do also.